right, let's get into some TypeScript here and play around with some of the things you can do with TypeScript. I'm going to get right into it. Go to this repo, Assimilate-Typescript, go to a current branch, launch it. Probably at the same time, I should load up the TypeScript documentation in case I need it. TypeScript. I don't know if I will, but this, yeah, here we go. This looks like the official docs here. All right, so it is saying to use GitHub nightly, you need to uninstall GitHub Copilot extension. So let's uninstall that. Have once, and let's see here, nightly reload required. Let's do that. I think I need to check this into my project here. So copy, add it to the container. There we go. It's already in the container. But let's look at my dev container real quick. And okay, well, looks like I'm set here then. File, terminal, there we go, new terminal. All right, so we got this going. I think last time I said build a command line tool as phrase repeater. Okay, let's do it. So let's build a phrase repeater. Build greeter, build a hello world, use. So let's build this. So let's say, unless I already did it, build a hello world using node. So we'll say what's in greeter, greeter.js. Nothing. So, I gotta come back up this. So it says, npm install TypeScript to build a hello world. You need node. Compile it. So we need to compile it. Let's see. I think this is just a web app that I was working on. So I'm going to focus on the phrase repeater. So let's we'll call this one phrase .js. So first step, what we'll do is we'll say touch phrase .js. And then to compile it, TypeScript hello TypeScript to run it. Yeah, let's just double check here what I'm doing. Let's go to docs, TypeScript for JavaScript programmer. So you say this. We just need a little TypeScript in 5 minutes. That's what I care about. So we have TypeScript, compile it. Oh, so I do need to start with TypeScript compiler. So let's do that. We want to say move this to phrase .ts for TypeScript. Okay. And then the documentation for comments. Always the hardest part is which comment style do I use? Let's just say hello. Let's try that. What happens if I do that? TypeScript in 5 minutes. TypeScript phrase. That doesn't blow up. Okay, so that comment does work. Can you do both comments? Hello. I don't think you can do it. So I think those are the comments. So we're going to say build a phrase here. Cool. Okay, so let's try that. Phrase a number of times, repeat its arguments, input the phrase. Exactly what I want to do. Node phrase, example, sure. It's funny how it just won't, it gets stuck when I use, we can say build a function. There you go, phrase repeater. So let's try this thing. And we can say for phrase, print the phrase that many times, print the phrase that many times to the console. And for let console, it's going to be console dot. I figured out how print works here. Reference document body. I think it's just console.out, right? Is it console.write or out? And this, the code completion is not great here. Because I just need to look at some TypeScript cheat sheets. Here we go. Control flow, common syntax, types. Let's look at control flow. So we got properties, type guards, expressions. Okay, what else? We common syntax, get sets. What about just printing? Let's take a look at printing types, class. Those are okay, but tutorials, ASP.NET, Gulp, migrating from JavaScript, moving to TypeScript, tutorials, what's new, ref handbook, the TypeScript handbook. How is it structured? Let's try the new programmer one. Let's see. So we have this type checker. It's got, yeah, console.log. There we go. Why am I log? And this would be phrase. There we go. And just check here. Log phrase. That is the function. There we go. So at least I got that thing cooking. If I compile it, does it blow up? Oh, it doesn't blow up. That's a good sign. And now, how do I invoke this thing? Well, I could just manually invoke it. By you have to import process. So import. I don't know how you import actually. How do you import? Let's double check. Reference, modules, import. Oh, wow, that's a weird import. Huh, okay. So import process. Const args, import process. Here we go. So you say const process, require process. Let's just double check that it building in. Oh, let's, can I find require? So imports. How about that? How do I import process? It didn't work. Whoa. That's I totally screwed up my example here, but I can go back. There you go. Import. Let's try that. TypeScript. It doesn't work. Let's try TypeScript. How to import process. Import a type using import. Import. Importing types. What about if I say import TypeScript, except arguments? No. TypeScript command line. Nope. TypeScript command line. Except TypeScript, except command line arguments. I don't retrieve command line arguments. That's what I care about. Exactly. In TypeScript, there's a way to retrieve command line arguments. You can use the built-in process.argv. That's probably what I want. So let's take a look at this. There we go. Does this work? Import. Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm really struggling with how to get this build. I don't see another documentation. How to part TS. Cheat sheets. What's new? Boy, this is surprisingly difficult to find. So parse command line. What's this? Well, let's skip this for now. Let's just hard code this. Let's just do phrase eat dir. There we go. Let's try that. Let's get anything to work. So now we can go to node phrase.js. Okay, well that's cool. At least I got the basics going here. So let's say fruits. There you go. It would be kind of cool. It is weird that I have to compile it first. It's kind of annoying. That is one part of TypeScript that's kind of obnoxious. Let's phrase repeater. Okay. We got this thing looking good. Isn't there like it's a compiler TypeScript? If I do -- help, what do we get here? Oh, it's got a lot of stuff here. Like you can do, what can you do? Oh, enable color formatting. You can do strict. What happens if I do strict? I say TypeScript -- strict. Strict. Oh, found two. Phrase implicitly has any type. Oh, that's pretty cool. So how would I declare a type here? So let's try that out. Let's say reference utility types. Oh, so we'll say type inference, let X best common type per message, type compatibility. So if I go back to the handbook, everyday types, and if I say, what if I look for number or number for numbers? So I want to see an example. So there's no int. So how do I use numbers? Let's look at the primitives. Number, the JavaScript type. So how do you actually use that? TypeScript, but you might, these seems type of. Here we go. So type points. So how do you use the number here? So number. I guess I could do as number. Let's try that. So for phrase, 2 errors starting at phrase. Number implicitly has any type. Would I say type? I don't know how you declare types in a function. I guess Google it. TypeScript declare types in function. Oh, I see. So you do that. Okay. So let's try that. We'll say number. Oh, num. Number. Now if I do strict, parameter declaration. Parameter declaration expected. What happens if I don't do strict? It says parameter declaration expected. What does that mean? Literal types. Type. TypeScript documentation. So why does this? So function greeter, function. Is a function type expression. Of course, you can use a type alias to name a function. Type. So let's try this. Let's see if I can build something like this. Function. We'll call this phrase repeater here. And then this one takes in a string. This one takes in number. And this would be number. Number. it returns back a void. But how would I pass in a second phrase? Number. Do this. Then we'll swap this here. Function. See how this works. Would be something like phrase string. Does that work? That looks like it could work. Could not find name number. Get rid of this one. I just don't know how to pass in the arguments here. No quick fixes. Let's try it again. Let's say, let's try to build. Repeater, please build a function and use types. So we can try that again, and we can say, let's again look at the function phrase repeater, phrase string. There we go. So I guess you put them in one parentheses. Okay, that's what I was missing. And then this would be console.log phrase. There we go. Got it. Now let's try our stricts. That. Excellent. And then if we say node phrase ts, okay, not node phrase. What do we do again? You do node phrase.js. So not bad. So probably what I would do then is I mean, I'm a huge fan of Makefile. I'll probably do build, basically. So build like, or compile, make compile. And I would say compiling, and then I would compiling TypeScript files. And I would say stricts and then I would do something like that. So if I say make compile, does this work? Oh, compiling with scripts. There we go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll do that. So made a little bit of progress here in that I'm able to get a makefile set up. Let's check all this in. Status. Add everything. I could also do a clean, which would nuke all of my we can do add echo, deleting all JavaScript files. JavaScript. There we go. rm-rf. There we go. Look, how about that? Make clean. There we go. All of them are gone. Make compile. Excellent. Look at this. We got something kind of cool cranking here. So get status. Let's add all this. I'm going to probably say that I guess a little bit tricky to know if what you're supposed to check in a project like this, but we'll just do the get status and we'll say get add this, get commit, checkpoint. Yeah, so I'm close here because I've got the phrase, but what I don't have is how to parse the command line. But if I comment this out for a second, maybe I can get lucky here. So we can say like, phrase repeater, like parse or run from the command line. Run from command line. Node, that's exactly what I wanted to do. It's just stuck in a little loop here. So I can say maybe import. Now I just need an example, which is going to be tricky to find. Maybe some kind of sysargv thing. So we'll say use sysargv. Hello. This is stuck. It's not actually helping me. I seem to find something from maybe from GitHub or TypeScript sys.argv. TypeScript sysargv. How about that? TypeScript arguments inline. TypeScript inline. Let's say I want that. Oh, you could do read line. Huh. Well, let's try this. Let's get anything working. Can I find process? And if I say make compile, no, I don't know what that means. There's something yeah, still having some issues here. Reference, tutorials, reference, cheat sheet modules. It's so funny. I don't see any command line examples here, but I can maybe look for process. There we go. Compiler options. Or what if I say sysargv? Sysargv. Input. Writing accept JavaScript files as inputs. Yeah, there's really no good documentation here that I can find that shows how to actually accept command line arguments. So it's kind of a bummer, but I guess at least I have a hard-coded version working. I'll take it. So I mean, I guess what I could do is just is keep moving here and say, like, got this working, and we'll say for lesson 3 is maybe I need to use some kind of library. Lesson 3, maybe use command line library. But we're able to get this thing to run though. Say node phrase.js. Whoa. Where is it hanging? Why is it hanging? Make compile. Node phrase. Oh, because I don't have. There we go. Compile. Node phrase. There we go. So we do have this thing working. And if I go back here, we can say node phrase. I did get something working, but not exactly the way I wanted it to work. But I'll take it. So we'll put in to do use a library for human person and maybe build projects with GitHub actions. There we go. That's good enough for today. So git status, git add, commit, adding version. All right. Back in a couple weeks to do more TypeScript.